All right, shower is completed. That's not okay.
Oh, I just saw the gnat again.
That's not okay, in my opinion. Oh! I've ordered takeout. Yes, I have. I'm using a literal butter knife right now.
Tried my first bite of food. It dribbled on me a little bit.
One day I will be a plus size influencer who has died. That is crazy.
This video is so raw, you guys. Fuck.
Damn, what a real bitch is that?
Hey there, YouTube. It's me, Hens. I'm back here with Amberlynn, and she's gonna bully Zachary Michael. Let's watch. Responding to Zachary Michael and meal plan with me! Exclamation point bar vlog. Let's do it.
Hello, hello. Welcome to a
Oh, and for tomorrow, I have a reaction to Beck. Beck made a new upload, and I'm gonna react to that. And then I also have a reaction to Alexis's newest video with that. So those two will be together. And this one is just Amberlynn. So let's do this.
new vlog. I'm pretty sure today is January 11th. Is it? Hold on.
It's the
let me look.
17th.
Hot damn diggity. It is January
Hot
11th.
damn diggity.
How is it already the 11th? I personally don't know. Time is going by so fast. But anyways, here in the good Oklahoma, it has been snowing, and thankfully it did not snow today. It's still pretty cold, but we had some snow melt, which is a good thing. Okay, you guys, it is time to...
Does it matter since you don't leave your apartment? Does it? Does it matter?
To meal plan. Yes, your girl said meal plan. So I'm just going to use the notes on
Yes.
my MacBook.
She did.
to do
I'm just
that.
going to use
So I
my
am on the Summer Blue
fancy
Guide, I'm telling
MacBook.
you, like,
She has to tell you that it's a MacBook because obviously you can't tell. And she needs you to know that it's expensive.
it takes away like that like huge desire to order takeout. So I've been eating more at home. I'm not trying to be unrealistically healthy. I'm simply just like eating out.
Somebody mentioned, yeah, it doesn't make sense that she would only be not craving fast food. She should not be craving any food. She should be craving less food overall. And like, it seemed like she made a lot of soup, considering she doesn't like leftovers. And then obviously she said she threw away part of the noodle soup because it was nasty the next day because she doesn't know how to cook.
At home. Okay. So meal
Okay.
plan is going to go as such. So I am grocery shopping tomorrow.
She's literally the meme of the person sitting down at a typewriter and like they just keep typing a bunch of bullshit because they think that they're making a big statement, and then when they read it, it's just like nothing. It's just the same sentence like 5 times in 5 different ways.
Tomorrow is Sunday, so I'm simply just going to write down all the days of the week: Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so on and so forth. So then I can just go.
Pretty sure there's pre-designed schedules and calendars that you could do from the, I believe it's called Numbers for the Apple products.
Through and decide that way. So what I'm going to be meal planning is simply like what I want, like my...
I had a Mac. Actually, I had Macs all the way from my junior year of high school through just last year or the year before. And then I changed over to PC fully because I needed more performance power for editing and stuff and streaming.
main meal to be that day, which is usually dinner. So Sunday tomorrow, I won't have to plan for that, thankfully, because I am having a little mother-daughter moment. So we're gonna get some
Mother-daughter.
I'm just gonna put out.
My mommy is taking
And then
care of
Monday, I'm
me.
craving tacos. I think I'm gonna do tacos for Monday and Tuesday. I'm not usually like a leftover girly, but some foods I can.
I fucking hate her. She does not act like somebody who grew up poor or working class or even middle class in terms of food. We don't throw that shit away. You're not gonna just throw away, especially meat. Meat is expensive, you bitch.
Stand the next day. So I definitely can withstand
She's so annoying.
some like taco meat the next day, so I'll be fine with that. I've been enjoying like soups. There's this like potato Mexican soup.
Soup.
That I
There it
kinda
is.
So I'm definitely
Soup.
gonna be doing that.
There it
Maybe I can show you guys a recipe,
is.
but I'm telling you, so good. And then Thursday, what do I want? Maybe Thursday we can do like a rice type of soup type deal type situation. I have been really craving soups and just like warm.
You know what I do? I have cooked rice that I store separately, and then I cook broth with vegetables, either on the stove or in the microwave, depending on if like the vegetables are frozen or what. Because you just do it for like 4 minutes in the microwave, and then it's better stock. And then you put in, if you're gonna put meat, you put meat, and then you put in the rice, and then you cook that for a few more minutes, and then that's perfect little rice soup for one person. It's easier to do that than to try and make a whole pot of soup for one person if you're not in the mood. Just do something simple.
Foods, comforting foods. So with both of the soups, I do like to use
Both.
either like ground turkey or beef. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna
She likes those Hillshire Farm sausages. She should just chop some of one of those up and put it in the soup. Or after she like broils it, you can just toss it in the soup and then cook it in the soup for a few seconds. And then it'll disperse the flavor out. I don't know. She's just lazy.
split the beef between those 2 days. And then
Ooh.
Friday,
And I have chicken skewers in the fridge that I can have. I'm going to have those this weekend.
I like to go to bingo with my mom, so I'm just gonna put bingo so I won't really have to plan for that day because usually we eat at bingo. Saturday is also really up in the air because I like to spend Saturdays with my mom. So I think for that day,
do you?
I might just put
I don't believe
spending
you.
with Mom.
You never mentioned it
We
before.
did not spend today together because again it's been cold and snowy. Like the other day my mom couldn't even drive to work, so my stepdad had to
Yeah,
drive
that's
her,
what
which has
happens
been
with the
kinda,
snow.
like, hectic over here in Oklahoma, but we're all safe and sound. So now that I have like my main meals planned, I want to just like make a store list of like, okay, what do I need for the tacos, what do I need for the soups and stuff like that. I have been snacking a lot on like chocolates and stuff. I need to find like a
No
just a
shit,
little
you
bit
have.
better alternative. Like, girl, I love chocolate, but we need to like just be a little bit better. And then for my other meals,
But it's almost Valentine's Day, girl. You should give yourself until then. Just keep eating for a month. Eat it. I dare you.
having one meal a day. I'm really craving bagels, so I'm gonna need bagels. I'm gonna do cream cheese, and I kind of want to do the whole you guys remember that thing I tried with the bacon and scallion? I kind of want to have it like on a bagel. Does that sound hectic? I don't know. So I'm gonna be able to have that for multiple days in
Bruh, why is she doing exactly what I fucking said I used to do? What the fuck?
a row, actually, since there comes with like 6 bagels in one thing. So I'll be able to have that for 6 days. So that's gonna work out. But yeah, back to my chocolate.
She
alternative.
hasn't eaten bagels in so fucking long that it's suspicious.
What could I have instead on some days?
Weirdo.
You know what? I'm just gonna Google. What are some healthy-ish snacks? Cottage cheese and fruit, nuts, fruit and yogurt, whole grain toast, fruit and veggie smoothie,
Oatmeal.
crackers,
Oatmeal.
banana, peanut
Oatmeal. Lower your cholesterol. Oatmeal.
hummus, I want something
Cheerios.
sweet. So I'm gonna say, what are some healthier snacks that are sweet?
Oatmeal.
Chocolate chia pudding,
Sweetened
trail mix.
oatmeal.
I do love trail mix. I can like make my own. Chocolate covered bananas, frozen grapes. I do love a frozen grape. Apple.
She doesn't think about actually wholesome foods. Oatmeal will fill you up. If you need 2 packets, that'll be fine. I had oatmeal this morning at it was like 10 o'clock or 10:30, and it's 5:30 right now. I'm still not fucking hungry because it was so filling and appetizing that it satisfied me. And it was the apples and cinnamon kind. It was so good. It was so good, especially because it was like 40 degrees today.
An almond butter, a smoothie. See, that's like healthy. Trail mix does sound good, but again, I would probably just add like some chocolate, some nuts. Oh my gosh. I think I might do green apples and peanut butter. I love green apples and peanut butter because green apples are more sour compared
I
to
do
like,
too.
regular.
I can't eat red apples because of the bitter sensitivity that I told you about. It tastes terrible. It tastes exactly like I'm eating like something that's dipped in bitter sauce. Like no matter what kind of red apple, it always has that sort of a flavor. And like the Macintosh, I believe, which is the reddish with green, it's pretty good. Has a good flavor, and the skin doesn't taste like that. But it's in the skin only, and then the flesh doesn't taste like that. It just tastes kind of like nothing in a red delicious apple. Now I'm rambling. And then I'm allergic to peanuts, so I'm not supposed to eat peanut butter. And really I do pretty well about not eating peanut butter. But you know, I get tempted.
Red apples. Okay, so I meal planned. I'm excited. And then when I'm at the store, obviously, if I see some other things that I could have throughout the week. I'll just get it there.
If I
This
could
is
have
just,
some
like, the
chips.
stuff I need. Oh, and I need some stuff for around the house as well.
Why don't you get some kettle corn? You like popcorn and you like sweets, so kettle corn would be perfect. And then it seems to be lower calorie in general than regular popcorn, so you could do that. And then it's a whole grain as well.
Some more Sprite Zero. Also want more Cherry Coke Zero. Oh my god, so good. I haven't had that in forever, I feel like. Pine Sol.
Why don't you try out some sparkling water?
Dish soap. I do need more of that. Also, dish sponges.
She doesn't get that every time she indulges her sweet craving, it just makes it worse the next time. Like, because of her brain, she's so addicted to sweetness that even fake sweet is getting it for her. It's hitting that same satisfactory moment. And then it'll keep her going to the next sweet thing and the next sweet thing and the next sweet thing.
I think that's it. Okay, guys, so I have gone back and forth whether I wanted to speak on this. I have sat with my thoughts and my feelings regarding it. I didn't want to just like spew nonsense. I really wanted to sit with it. And I decided, I think.
Why does this look like a serial killer's display? I mean, it has disembodied women everywhere.
I should speak on it because it is kind of heavy on my mind, on my heart. So I have gotten a lot of support and backlash.
Or not disembodied, dismembered.
Like what I said about Zachary Michael. There's a lot of people that think I should literally die and fall off the floor.
Who said that? Who said you should do that? Name them. Otherwise, I don't believe you. Name them. You're just like glitter and lasers. Oh, you guys, I'm receiving death threats. I won't tell you exactly what it's like, but I'm going to say it. I'm not going to even... You're not going to be able to find the comments. It's not because I deleted them. It's because they're so heinous that YouTube deleted them. You just won't know.
Face of the planet for what I said about someone's mental health issues. And then there's
No, you should literally fuck off because you're an ignorant bitch who doesn't leave her house and doesn't have a life.
other side of people who are like, I applaud you for finally like sticking up for yourself.
That's like maybe 2% of people. Even your own fans didn't agree with you.
After years and years of torment. So I've received a lot of
Torment. He's your most favorable reaction channel. Aside from people who actually lick your dirty... Oh my gosh. You just are the most daft person. And then you don't even understand proportion, because if you did, you would understand why you're still in the wrong. Even when you have people telling you that you're doing the right thing, the majority in this case is correct.
mixed feelings. And if you guys thought that I was not going to see the clip of someone actually like verbally abusing me, then y'all thought wrong.
Verbally abusing me?
I've also watched like another clip from Twitch, which I have.
You mean when he told you to shut the fuck up because you're an ignorant bitch who doesn't leave her house? Yeah, that part that everybody's already been thinking, because you literally do not leave your house. And you look like you're on Star Trek right now.
Watched his Twitch
Except we
before.
all know you wouldn't be wearing red. You'd be wearing yellow.
Until I saw this clip. So I do feel like I need to speak up on this because it's kind of a lot, to be honest. And I really wish people would like separate like who the two people are and like biased opinions based around me and reaction channels and look at it as like person A and person B. Regardless.
I'm looking at this. You can't even walk to a tree anymore because you would fall out from an asthma attack of your lungs being collapsed by all of the excess that you've accumulated from eating 6,000 to 7,000 calories a day.
Even though I feel like I'm standing in front of a bunch of like people who want to see me fail and who don't really care about what I have to say, I'm standing here and I'm using my voice because as a woman.
Maybe you shouldn't. Oh, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. It doesn't fucking matter that you're a woman in this situation. Zachary Michael is queer and non-binary. They face way more stigma in society than you ever will. Shut the fuck up.
Someone here on YouTube who has constantly had to just fight and fight and fight.
Shut the fuck up.
I feel like I have a lot to say, but I really just want to like...
I feel like I have a lot to say, but I'm inarticulate and uneducated, so I can't express myself as an adult would.
Dwindle it down into like short form.
Wow, she literally speaks like a child.
Yeah, said something about Zach, saying that like his mental health issues is the reason why he can't upload. But then the minute
because you're dumb
as a reaction. That is the only thing I have ever said about Zachary Michael's mental health.
No, it's not. No, it's not, Amber. No, it's not. You degraded him when he first announced that he was breaking up with Noel. Like, you need to get your ignorant head out of your ass because somebody's gonna hurt you one day.
And to be honest, the years and years that he has spent on his channel mocking me, being insensitive to any issue that I have. I mean, he can sit here and say that he stands up for me for this and for that and for
He
random
does.
things, but sure, that doesn't take away the
More
fact
than
that
anybody.
I have been mocked by him.
More than anybody, Zachary is willing to be on the quote unquote wrong side of the community. More than anyone. And more than anyone, they have really ridden the storm of what people think about them. And look at that. They're the biggest channel reacting to you, as far as I'm aware. The biggest one at the core of Girl World, definitely.
That also includes my mental health. We're not even gonna go to like the physical aspect of like
maybe you should see a therapist and then get some help for your mental health.
That it's hard for me in the past to like walk to a tree, or like every time he sees me walking in a video, literally you can see him subconsciously move his body in a waddling fashion. Like, we're not even gonna like include those things and multiple other things like him joining in on AmberCon, literally
I don't know what
hosted
it
by
is.
one of the most fat phobic people there is. But we're strictly gonna go with like the mental health aspect because that is the reason why he decided to literally verbally abuse me in front of everyone, and he's getting applauded for it.
Oh, you got verbally abused. No, you got told about yourself. You got told about yourself and you don't like what people think about you. That's your own problem and you need to work on yourself. Get a life, as you said.
Says awful things about my mental health too. It might not be in the black and white way that I did it, but I am telling you, he does it frequently. So this might be like a very small example, but it's a recent example that is like an ongoing example. I have massive anxiety when it comes to like public speaking in person. So bingo, for instance, when I get a bingo, yelling bingo out loud.
Maybe you should get therapy or a speech coach. You have the money, you have the time, and you have nothing else going on. And they could even come to you, or they could do it digitally. That's your own problem.
It gives me so much paralyzing anxiety that I literally can't do it.
Oh, your anxiety. Your anxiety.
That is something that I am suffering with. And he constantly makes fun of that.
That's because you're not getting therapy for it, but you expect to be paid for uploading shit like this on the internet.
Something that I'm embarrassed about, I'm ashamed about. Like, I wish that
no,
I
could
go like a normal person, because to normal people, it's easy to do. For me, it's...
Amber, I hate to tell you, but normal people our age, 33/34, we're not going to bingo. We're going to work. And then we're coming home and we're hanging out with friends, or we're calling our significant others, or we're doing things with our pets or our family. You don't understand shit about what it means to be a normal 34-year-old. Shut the fuck up.
Super hard. So in a recent vlog, I was like, you guys, I yelled bingo. Like, I'm so proud of myself because like I conquered that anxiety.
You did it.
He made fun of my mental illness. So
I'm making fun of you right now because I'm your age, and that's embarrassing that you can't even seek therapy and help to improve yourself. You have this weakness that you're acknowledging and you don't want to improve because it's something that you can complain about.
So another recent thing when it comes to my mental health is I expressed at length at the whole feederism topic and calling my girlfriend a feeder and saying that I'm a feedie, that I'm actively involved in that sort of relationship.
Well, you're a feeder. That's my opinion. You're a feeder. You sit there on camera, look at the viewfinder while you stuff your face. That's for yourself. And I bet you rewatch it to replay the joy in your head, and you probably flick something off to it.
Has been detrimental to not only my mental health, but to Tommy's as well. He knows this, and he continues in every single reaction. Says emotional support feeder, and he says
it's because you don't get help. You don't get help. And Emily has a history of feeding people. So you can fuck off because you won't get help. And Emily definitely won't get help because she thinks that there's nothing wrong with her.
Anytime that I'm eating, it's for Tommy. Anytime that I'm showing my body, it's for Tommy. He's continuing on a storyline
that's not true at all. Zachary Michael has watched you longer than most reaction channels. He knows what you're about.
Wish would literally stop. I wish it would stop for more than one reason. I wish it would stop because it's not true, and I wish it would stop because it's detrimental to Tommy's mental health and to my own. And he actively knows that and still continues to do it. He has zero
Aw.
regards to my feelings at all. I even
She's so pathetic. Get help. She's about to cry over this, over what a stranger thinks on the internet. It doesn't matter what he says about you if you don't believe it yourself. It doesn't matter. But that's the thing, is you do believe it.
flat out said multiple times that this whole subject causes my mental health to be worse than ever. So that is just simply two small
No.
examples of what I
No,
mean.
that's a very easy way to say, oh, you can't have an opinion because it's affecting my mental health. What he's telling you is about yourself so that you can approve of yourself, so you can improve yourself for yourself. First and foremost, it'll be for yourself that you'll see an improvement. Imagine that you could actually improve your self-worth to the point where you don't feel the need to stuff yourself to 600 pounds or trying to get to 1,000 pounds, trying to outweigh Emily's ex. Oh, I can outdo that, babe. Watch this. Watch this. I'm a clown.
And like the big grand scheme of things, like this has been going on for years and I have taken it for years. Like I could have
Play a foolish game, win foolish prizes.
a whole list of things that he has either mocked me for, made fun of me for, judged me for, has been
Most of the things that Zachary Michael mocks you for is your own failed expectations because you yourself don't take them seriously. So why should anybody else? Why? You're the one who has to come to that realization. Otherwise, you are still going to be a fucking jester.
insensitive about,
Just like
etc.,
Alexis.
etc., that has been mental health related. But him and his audience has not gave a fuck. I'm not gonna sit here and deny that what I said wasn't.
You're the one uploading your mental health videos. Zachary Michael did not upload because of his mental health. You upload your mental health episodes for money. There's the difference. There's the difference.
Tasteful because it genuinely was.
Isn't
But
that
I
so
have
simple?
Literally been low key made fun of his whole YouTube career, and it's so low key that like he gets away with it. But even
Aw.
channels that are like high key about it, they still get away with it too. Like a good example of that is like me calling Jordy pale. Like everyone was so mad about it, or like the fact that I said that he
Well, yes, because I pointed out that you would be closer to your mom's color. You wouldn't be the color of your grandma, who obviously stays inside all day.
lives in his mom's basement, which I have no idea if that's a thing. People are like, well, it's a good thing that he lives with his mom and dad. I don't know if he does, but everyone had like every like great excuse under the sun for the reason why he lives in his mom's basement.
No, they didn't. They said that if he did, it didn't matter to them. That was the core principle that you're missing. And you are so audacious to assume that everybody watching you is stupid enough to believe what you have to say about other people's mental health. You can fuck off.
But yet, me getting into my mom's car because I don't drive is like a horrendous thing. But yet, me living with girlfriends is like a horrendous thing because I can't.
It is a horrendous thing that as throughout your entire early 20s and your teens, you moved from girlfriend to girlfriend to girlfriend, taking advantage of their families, taking more than they were able to give in some circumstances, taking more than they were willing to give in some circumstances, and taking more than you should have taken out of pure audacity because Crystal's family asking you to send them back the phone that you no longer needed because you were upgrading to a new iPhone, that's some bullshit. They shouldn't have had to ask you. You should have sent it back before you fucking left. Before you fucking moved out. But no, they offered it and you took them up because after 4 years, you still didn't think that they'd paid you enough.
Can't live on my own and this and that, but it's like people
Loser.
make excuses for these reaction channels
Fucking
while
loser.
literally looking down upon me constantly. But anyways,
Fucking
back to
loser.
that. His response to me was like a misogynistic rant of
Bitch. See, that's the thing. That's the thing. You want to pretend like, oh yeah, I'm so hip and cool with the gays. Oh, I'm so pro-queer. But then you want to resort to this absolutely reductive rhetoric because you're not getting your way.
nothing but like curse words and just it was horrible. It was like verbally abusive. If I did that, which I have never done that, people would be like, oh, that's her true colors. There it
You
is.
have done that. You actually have done that. And you threatened that that's what you said in the Erica Brittany video that you'll never show to the world because that's who you really are.
But Zach is being rewarded for this, which is crazy to me. And I feel like it gets even worse than that. He literally went onto Twitch.
Are you in the upside down yet? Oh no.
And brought violence into the mix. Whether he was joking or not,
violence.
That is not okay to joke about.
Violence.
It truly makes me feel unsafe.
Violence.
Not in the way of like, oh,
it makes you feel unsafe. You're so annoying. Somebody should report her for misinformation because this is really serious. It could get Zachary Michael's channel affected if people report him because of what she's saying.
He's gonna come and like hurt me physically, but I no longer feel safe in this corner of the internet. Like, this is my job and it was my passion.
No, it wasn't. It was your passion to go to Wisconsin and film once every week or so. That was your passion for 3 months. Loser.
Being ripped for me day by day by day. I should be allowed on the
Then
internet.
why don't you switch up your content like you said? Why don't you start doing things? Not sitting at home doing the same basic stuff, filming yourself doing the same things, filming yourself in front of the same background. Why don't you change your background every time you film? You have the time to dedicate to thinking up ideas of what to do. You could actually be a real YouTuber. You don't feel like it. You feel like you're entitled to lay on your fucking shelf ass that you've built up from sitting on it and not do anything all day, but still rake in the money. And you're mad that Zachary, Michael, and Jordy and Katrina all make more money than you now. You're so mad about it.
Without feeling unsafe. Now, because I said one thing about his mental health, where literally in every single video, he has something to say about mine. He now has made room to validate his insensitivities to my mental health or just me as a person, as a full-ass person, as a human who is nuanced completely.
I thought you were gonna ignore reaction channels, but you're still watching it? Oh, he's verbally abusing me by telling me about what a bad person I am for all the things that I've actually done. Oh my gosh.
He gets to be insensitive in like an exaggerated manner instead of just the low-key manner that he has had this whole time during his career. This also just goes to show
because that's the thing, Amber. Everybody has said that Zachary Michael was too nice on you. When I came into the reaction space, that's how I got introduced to you. I never watched your channel directly. I watched Zachary Michael, and I thought he was hard on you until I saw all the behaviors keep repeating themselves, and then I was like, oh no, he's really excusing these behaviors if it's not super egregious. And so it became an issue where I didn't want to watch him anymore. But I do support his overall opinion because everybody's entitled to have an opinion on public figures.
No matter what I do, no matter what the reaction channels do, I will always be the villain and I will always be the bad guy. Zach's response to my one thing that I said about him when he has said,
see, that's the thing. People like her, they'll be like, well, I only did this one thing. I only did this one thing. But then when it's somebody else, it's how she said about Erica. Oh, she lied to me 50 times a day. So that's 275 times a week. Like some bullshit like that. You know, like, that doesn't math, but okay. But that's what she was saying. And it's like, where's the logical consistency? It doesn't exist because you want to be a special case. You think you're actually special and exempt from the same situations and the same scrutiny that you want to apply to other people.
Thousands and thousands of things.
And that's the problem with
that
you.
Has hurt me. His response was abusive. It was cruel. It was mean.
It was abusive. Maybe don't be a shitty person.
Agree that that's the way he should have responded.
Then people won't feel that way about you.
Responded to any reaction channel in that way.
And the smile on her face, knowing that she's probably made videos that will never see the light of day, where she probably just recorded it and never uploaded it, saying all the same type of shit or worse. Or how about you talking all that shit on Destiny when you knew she was live? You've said some vile shit to people, knowing and not knowing that you would be heard. Remember the voice note you sent to Destiny's mom, who was dying of cancer? I remember them vividly.
I did people would have attacked me for a lifetime. I'm truly sickened. And like,
that's why people keep bringing up the shit that you've actually done to your partners. That's why we keep doing it. Interesting.
Look at Zach in a completely different way. I constantly flip-flop with him, but I literally am sickened by this.
I can't wait to get to the Beck video.
To attack one person and one person only, and to literally silence them. And the minute they say one thing that
can't
might be
wait.
distasteful among the thousands of things the other person has said, it immediately made me the bad guy and him the hero. I was simply
cry about it. Go cry about it to your therapist.
Thousands and gets away with it constantly. Literally calls me a bitch. Literally says fuck you. Literally says he's
maybe you are a bitch
or whatever, like insinuating violence, and everyone is okay with it.
What?
Like, it's not okay.
Excuse me? Insinuating violence?
He's gonna like use these hands or whatever, like insinuating violence, and everyone's okay with it. Like, it's not okay. I know he's gonna rebuttal and he's gonna say, well, you've done this and you've done that and you've done this, and not take accountability for his words. I know that's what's gonna happen. I know that's gonna
I know, because I can never change what people think about me, because I'm not gonna actually change the behaviors that I engage in. That part.
Because he has done this long enough. He knows what his audience wants. I don't really know what else to say about it, but
maybe lose some weight.
I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Lose some weight about it. Let's go to the comments. ZM, you know what will help? Going to therapy. ALR, he says the worst things about my mental health. Exactly. Buys a $70 planner, uses a computer that she's already had for years, and yet she can't use it for actual purposes. That thing could do so much more than she's using it for. She uses it as a glorified iPad. I can't believe you recorded this and thought, oh, I got him now. Go to therapy. That's the only thing I could actually say throughout the whole thing, except for calling her names. Because obviously, at a certain point, somebody's not going to listen to what you have to say, and you have to just beat them down intellectually and emotionally. And this is Amber. You should stop butting heads with people intellectually superior to you. It never works out well, bestie. Bro, for real. Girl is on her computer like she works a 40-hour week in a high-stress corporate job. Exactly. If you feel unsafe on the internet, log off. Because no, she didn't say she feels physically unsafe. She feels unsafe in this corner of the internet. Then change the content that you're going to create. Like you said you want to. Do it. Don't challenge us. Challenge yourself. The mental gymnastics needed for you to make yourself the victim of your own hateful behavior is insane. Beefing with the only person who consistently has sympathy for you is a smooth brain move, not a ridge or lump in sight, just smooth. Absolutely. 1 week from today, apologizing to Beck. Are you effing serious, Amber? You're seriously embracing this villain arc, huh? Somebody else had said that. Z had every right to read you the way they did. If they tormented and mocked you for years and years, why you continuously reach out to them for help? She likes to forget that she literally just did that. She tried to make Zach keep a secret, and then tried to make the audience turn on Zach by saying, well, Zach was keeping my secret for me, and they lied to you. They lied to you because you wanted them to. You fucking asshole. If Zach's so awful to you, why are you constantly in their DMs? Keep telling on yourself, Goral. Verbally abusing you, as if you didn't start this, sis. Verbally abusing you? Please, Goral. She doesn't understand what that means. Giving you criticism is not verbal abuse just because you don't like the delivery. The mental gymnastics to always turn your nasty behavior into you being the victim is wild. Girl, get help. Hey, Amber. Here's a really good tip. If everyone you meet in life eventually ends up being an asshole to you, that's usually the sign that you're the asshole. Especially if you don't make any moves to improve yourself at all in that time. Because, oh, well, I'm just perfect already. I don't need to improve. Nobody else can tell me that I'm doing wrong. Girl, you just made ZM thing 100 times worse. 1,000 times worse. If she thinks this is going to make her money, I don't know. So you are constantly buying planners to plan your busy life, but you are typing up your plans on your laptop? She's going to type it up and then write it down in the journal. Got it. Maybe it's because she can't spell. Maybe that's why she has to do it in the fucking iPhone or the computer first, so it spell checks for her. And then when she writes it, she's focused on making the letters. Huh. Huh. You're not allowed to accuse someone of lying about their mental health and then start whining about how you're the victim when they defend themselves. Exactly. Please, you thought you ate with your comment on his mental health, smirking and flailing your acrylics around. Don't cry just because people are applauding him for calling you exactly what you are. That part. Sometimes you gotta call a person what they are. Sometimes you actually have to tell them, because otherwise they just think they're doing nothing wrong. Somehow you always manage to disappoint me, Amber. Turns out Rock Bottom has a basement. And a sub-basement. We'll call it there. If you enjoyed this video, leave a bean. Leave a bean in the comments. And like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Please. I'll talk to you later.